Hours of what seemed like more of a confrontation than a vetting process, Senior Counsel Philip Murgor will be at peace with whatever the outcome. According to Murgor, it will be an honor to serve as the 15th Chief Justice in Kenya's history, but it will not be a misfortune either should he fail to clinch the top seat.
The search for Kenya's next Chief Justice entered day 5 Friday. Senior Counsel Philip Murgor appeared before the Judiciary Service Commission as he sought to become the next president of the Supreme Court and head of the judiciary. Barely a week ago, Murgor sought the removal of Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu from the JSC recruitment panel. Murgor was to be interviewed on Thursday, but the JSC response on Mwilu's fate delayed it to a day later. JSC defended Mwilu's stay in the interviewing panel, saying Murgor's petition to remove her had no basis. Appearing before Mwilu and her fellow commissioners, Murgor explained that there was a void in the office of the Chief Justice, despite Mwilu acting as CJ and undertaking all respective roles. Murgor upheld that his position was not to disrespect Mwilu, but affirmed that there are limitations to her capacity.
I don't fault anything that you have done so far. The wheel has already been invented. So my job, as I come in, if I, as you say, if God wills it, is to make sure it works.
We are not asking for a critique. We are trying to get to know that you have interested yourself sufficiently. We have already put those already. The work is done for you. For us as a commission, and for us to be able to assess you, it is to see what you have taken out of that and what you would do differently if you came in as Chief Justice.
I'm trying to make my answer simple. I would do nothing differently.
High Court Judge Justice David Majanja put Murgor to task over his past track record in the corridors of justice. Murgor defended his prosecution of rebel students in the 90s who were against the then government. The senior counsel also justified his involvement in the 1982 attempted military coup against the then President Daniel Arap Moi.
The four of them alleged that they were tortured. Am I correct?
I don't recall.
You don't recall. No. And then you were the one who prosecuted them, called several witnesses. And you produced a confession. You produced a confession. Is that correct?
Just carry on.
No, I'm asking whether you just tell me. I want it on record that you don't remember.
I recall eyewitnesses and so on.
Yes, you recall eyewitnesses.
As to the specific evidence that was produced, to the detail.
Yes, but there was a confession.
Still on the ongoing judiciary intellectual duels, an activist has moved to the Constitutional Court seeking an order to stop the search for the next Chief Justice. According to the applicant, Member Ocharo, through his lawyers Danstan Omari and Shadrach Wamboi, a wealth declaration is mandatory as per the 2010 Constitution for the position of as senior as that of the Chief Justice. 5 candidates, including Professor Patricia Mbote, Lady Justice Martha Koome, Justice Saidi Chitembwe, and Justice David Marete, have so far publicly admitted that they did not heed the mandatory requirement. Another irregularity is how the interviews are strangely being chaired by a commissioner, Professor Olive Mugenda, and not the acting Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu as per the law. The file has been presented before Justice Weldon Korir for further directions.
Now, sleuths from the Department of